Hey everyone, welcome to Dressed Up Jen. I have makeup on. I just came from work and I'm like super hot still. It's been, how long has it been? I had my Lupron almost a week ago, just about a week ago. I had my 12th Lupron. For some reason, that Lupron is like kicking my ass. I don't know why. I'm clearly in my car right now. Trying to get a comfortable position. I was holding it with my right hand, but then I'm blocking the vent, and I have needed to have a fan. My hand in it. This is the epitome of hot flashness. My face has been so hot. Like, it's cooler outside. It's September. You think that this should calm down. But not only do I have the fan on in my car, and I don't want to get out just yet because I'm so enjoying the fan like in my face. I have this fan, which has been like my godsend. I mentioned it probably a long time ago when I got it. There are 3 speeds on this one. I remember saying in my vlog when I talked about my fan that it was from Urzion. I never saw the V, so it spells version. Versions, Version, version tech or tech version. There's 3 settings to this. I do not go anywhere without this. When I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm hot as heck, this is what I use. It bends. I'm holding my phone, so I can't do this with one hand, but it bends so you can like put it up on a desk or something and like have it, at you. It has 3 different speeds, and it has the charger has a USB cord, so you can attach it to your computer at work. The charge actually works pretty much all day. I run it all day when I'm at work. If I forget it, like, I feel it. And I mean, I didn't even plant these. This is just like what my car looks like right now. I have another fan right here, not as powerful. My son gave me this one to just keep next to my bed. And just to keep on all the time, but it's not enough. It doesn't have enough power for it to do what I need to do. Anyway, I had an appointment this morning with the oncology psychologist. It's been 3 weeks. So I am at, right now, it's been a year and a month, pretty much, since my double mastectomy. And I've just been in a really weird place. I'm still in a place of anger. I was surprised when that came back. Definitely in a space of I don't like my body. It's even like, I'm trying, well, the sun's there. That's the sun that you see there. But like, this annoys the crap out of me. I used to, a long time ago, look like this. And then I started hormone therapy, and then I went to this. And yeah, it's that hormone therapy one that I want to talk about today. And I didn't need chemo and radiation, but I'm understanding some more things about my response to not needing chemo and radiation that I want to talk to you about. That was my big revelation on the half drive home, and then I stopped. My face just started burning up. I thought maybe I was sick. I thought maybe I had COVID. I've taken tests. I've taken my temperature. I don't have a fever, but my face my face just feels so hot. It is not my extremities. Like, I wish I could have a sweater on right now to cover my arms. But my face is just so hot, and it's been that way. Again, I don't know which to blame. I don't know if I should be blaming the tamoxifen or the Lupron. I feel like the Zometa, it only happens every 6 months, so I'm not blaming that. Or just the fact that, like, the Lupron obviously has pushed me into menopause, and this is just what menopause does. I feel like my body was super kicked into menopause because of the Lupron, and that just being like a quick way to get you into menopause really quickly. But the thing I wanted to focus on today was about the timing of stuff. Like, when I had my Lupron on Friday, I made a bigger deal out of it for me intentionally because it was my 12th Lupron. And I thought, well, I was told that I would have the Lupron every month for 2 years. So, and then by then, hopefully, my body should automatically, or should be in menopause, like on its own, without needing to have the Lupron anymore. I pray to God that happens. And usually, I'm fine. Like, in the beginning, the Lupron would affect me more, but I have not been in a good place since the Lupron, and since my last one. And I'm getting that I also have been pushing myself too hard with trying to fit like this body into my old lifestyle, and it's not working, at least not right now. Maybe that should be another vlog. But anyway, it's the numbers. Like, I'm a number person, I'm a math person. When I had my 12th Lupron, I was like, yay, 12 down, 12 to go, and then there's an end date. That's what I realized is what I've really been focusing on with this whole, yes, you have the surgery. It's this thing about end dates and timing and numbering of things, and numbering of treatments. Like when I had the Lupron, I had 12 done. I am going to assume I have 12 more to go, and then it's done. I don't have to do it anymore. So I know that, whatever date that will be, September, whatever of 2023, presumably, I will no longer need Lupron. And then maybe I'll get my body back a little bit because menopause will be over. I'll just be a postmenopausal woman going through life. The tamoxifen, I get it. My cancer was estrogen and progesterone fueled. Like, I get that you have to be on hormone therapy for that. I understand that. That timeline sucks because it's so fucking long. 5 years at a minimum, and then I think they reassess at that point, and then it's 10 years for some people, and then once you hit the 10-year mark, something magical happens, and then it's like, okay, you're good to go. I get the science of what magical happens, I'm just saying. But like, you have the cancer, for me, like a year and a half of cancer, they think. How quick it was from finding out I had cancer to, okay, need to have surgery. There's a time thing there, need to have surgery, need to do it quick. So they told me 2 weeks, but it was more like 6 weeks. But then you have the surgery and there's an end date because the surgery is over. So it stops. Math, numbers, like that's when it ends. The surgery is done. The tamoxifen, it's like, it just sucks that you're on it for so long. Some people have no side effects from it. Perhaps I have no side effects from it, and all my side effects are from the Lupron. There's no way to know that, and I'm not going to get off the tamoxifen because I'd rather be crabby and sweaty than not be here at all. But 5 to 10 years of medication. People outside of the breast cancer world don't understand that, like, although breast cancer is so common, if you have, like, estrogen receptor and progesterone receptor positive breast cancer, you're on medication for a long time. And people don't understand that. And this isn't about people. Like, I didn't get that, like, yes, my body signed up to be one of the breast cancer patients. And sure, I had my boobs removed and all that stuff. I didn't know that it would be an everyday reminder for 10 years after all that stuff happened. Like, that's a long time. And when I found out that I didn't need chemo or radiation, after they got the results back from the pathology results back from my breast tissue after my mastectomy, I went in and found out I didn't need chemotherapy or radiation. And I remember that I wasn't like jumping up and down excited. I almost expected to need chemo and radiation because I just thought that just comes with the territory. I didn't really get the hormone part of cancer. People hear cancer, they think stages, remission, chemo, because those are like the buzzwords of cancer for anybody. And my friend that went with me to the appointment was so excited that I didn't need chemo. And I'm like, I want to be as excited as she is. Why am I not as excited as she is? I feel like I should be excited, but I'm not. And I didn't understand why. And today, I think I realized the why. And again, it's all about numbers and start and end dates. Again, I didn't have obviously either one, so I'm going out of what I know. But, with chemo, they tell you need like X number of chemo sessions. With radiation, like you have to go in X number of times for radiation. And granted, like I know with both, well, I know definitely with radiation, there's longer term things because they're radiating your skin. I mean, your skin is affected for life, just like having a mastectomy. The recovery, that's something that takes a long time, and it's not like you get back to your former self. This is just your new self and your new body. But with the chemo thing, I look at it as numbers. Like, here's when your chemo starts. Here's where your chemo ends. And the thing about the reconstruction and having this new body and having your breasts removed, I mean, clearly there was a start. The start was when they started scooping this shit out. But it's almost like there is no end date. I mean, yeah, they got all the tissue out. That would be an ending thing. But the process of all of that, because the reconstruction thing, yes, they put the implants in, they sew it. But it's not like they sew it shut and then you're like, okay, you're good to go. Because that's not how it is. You have this new body. That's not your former body. And there's no end date to that. I mean, the end date would be when when you end. But there's no end date to that. And I think that's what I'm having such a hard time with. I'm a numbers person. I like Excel spreadsheets. I like to just, be able to analyze information that way. And I can't do that with this process. I can't say, okay, and, even though they say, you'll be able to feel this way in 3 months. And, it takes 12 to 18 months to heal from a mastectomy. It may take 12 to 18 months for certain things to happen, but the psychological aspect and the emotional aspect and all of that doesn't just stop at 18 months. There's all these little things that pop up that remind you that this body is not the body you used to have. And I'm reading these books and I'm listening to these podcasts and stuff now where, it's like, you don't look at it like I have to start my life over. I get to start my life over. Me personally, I've started my life over before. I was divorced. I already did that. I lost my house. I had to move someplace else. I had to start a new life, get a new job, all of that stuff. I don't want to do it again. I'm tired of having to do it again. And I've been probably crying more since the 1 year mark of my diagnosis that I feel like crying this entire time. And maybe it's just taken that much time for it to really hit me. And yes, I'm grateful that I'm here and I'm grateful that I have foobs. But I don't know them. It's so funny because all the drama that I've had with the right side of my boobs, or the right boob, it looks prettier now than my left one does. And I was debating reaching out to plastics the other day because it seems, they're going to fix it anyway, but I can take my boob, right now my left one, the one that was healing better, and I can almost fold it up. And I feel like if you have implants, you shouldn't be able to fold your boob. And it brings back a lot of PTSD shit, because when I had my tumor, I didn't have a lump. What I had was an indentation. It was not even an indentation. It's just my boob wasn't shaped normally anymore. It was just kind of like curved in a little bit. and it was much more pliable and movable, but I'm like, I'm 50, that's what happens to boobs, I guess. I don't know. I don't have sisters. I don't know. And like, your friends don't go around comparing what their boobs can do, you know. But it just brought back a lot when I was able to move my left boob in the same way that I moved my old right boob before, when it had the cancer in it. And they say that, like, yeah, some people don't get lumps. Some people, like, it's almost like the tissue wears away. And that's where the tumor is. How that works, I don't know. But to have that happen on my left side, and I'm like, my first thought was, well, here we go again. They must have missed something. You know, like, my skin is still there, and they put the skin, and, you know, granted, they cut off a lot of skin because I don't have nipples, but the rest of it is still my skin. And I'm thinking, well, they forgot something. There was a cell left over on my skin, and they didn't scrape enough. And like, now I have it on my left side too. And I know this is not a great example to set, but like, I don't want to. Well, I clearly haven't called plastics and said to them, like, dude, what's wrong with my boob? I'm gonna go there in October, well, like next month, like pretty much in 4 weeks, almost to the day. And then we'll sort out the surgery to fix my left boob. So I feel like, and this is, again, not a great example to set, but I feel like if I had cancer and I waited another month, like, does it really matter? No. I don't know. These are just the thoughts that are in my head. Yeah, if I wait another month until I go there, will it matter? Am I, you know, if I call the doctor and I tell them that this is what's going on, I feel like, well, he could say, well, you brought this up when you were here last time. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I don't like analyze my boobs that much to know what they look like every given day. Sometimes I like to just not think about cancer and not think about my boobs and not even look at them. Like last night before I went to bed, I didn't even want to look at myself. I have a floor-length mirror in my room, and maybe I shouldn't have that because I can't stand looking at myself every time I walk by the mirror. Granted, I'm pretty sure I've lost weight because I've been having stomach issues for the past week too. I'm not sure what that's all about. I've been having stomach issues, so I feel like I know I've lost some weight because I'm wearing leggings today that I haven't worn in well over a year. But I don't want to call, and I feel like this is such a common thing that, like, especially women feel like they get diminished when they go to appointments or even other things where they say something and other people just like poo-poo them. And I'm tired of having to like prove myself. I'm tired of advocating. I'm tired of advocating for myself. I'm tired of having the need to have to advocate for myself. I just want to like be chill and have nothing happen and just, you know, go about my day without like any drama. And while I'm thinking that now, I'm not like stupid enough to just let it go. I mean, I did have an appointment, I don't know if I said that, with the oncology psychologist this morning. I told him all these things. Well, most that I'm telling you about the physical stuff. The other thing that's weird too, I don't know if you can tell. So, well, it does look really dark actually. See under my armpit how dark that is? It's clean, it's shaved, but there's a line here, like the line where my armpit bends. It's getting really red. You can tell right there. Do you see that? How red that is? I don't know why that's like that. But it's red, and I noticed like up here it's a little swollen, and I could assume it's because like I've been playing tennis and I went kayaking and I've been doing stuff. Granted, those were only 2 days, but like, is that why it's swollen? And is that why I've been nauseous? You know, is that why? I don't know. I don't know. On the other side, it's like that a little bit, but not much. But I know like 2 weeks ago, I didn't have that under my arm. And yes, I took lymph nodes out. I didn't have as many taken out here. And it's not like wicked swollen. And then I started Googling, of course, like, you know, well, did I pop my implant? That was a large thought I had in my head. You know, a very long time ago, I dropped my phone on my boob. Like I was watching TikTok or something and I was half asleep and I dropped it on my boob, and it wasn't that long after surgery, so I kind of freaked out about it, and my boob hasn't looked the same since. And they said, oh, no, it's fine. And I'm like, I don't think it's fine. And I had an ultrasound. Everything looked like it was fine. But I'm like, is there like a slow leak or something? And I'm leaking silicone into me. And I've Googled stuff, which I know is not the best, you know, medical thing to do, is to Google stuff. But from what I read, like, even if it was leaking, like you're not going to get like super sick right away from it leaking. Like it happened, you know, if your body like has the silicone that's leaking into it, it's not like you're going to get like super sick from it. Obviously it needs to get taken care of, but it's not like you're going to, you know, have convulsions or whatever. So I feel like I'm almost giving myself reasons to like not call the doctors because I'm just tired of all of it. And then when I talked to the oncology psychologist this morning, and he's like, and I said, I don't know who to call. I'm like, do I call plastics? If I think I have a tumor, why would I call plastics? You know, I would call plastics because like they're the ones who put the implant in. Like, do I call my gynecologist because she's the one who put me on the Lupron? Is this all because of the Lupron? I don't know. You know, do I talk to my oncologist? I was pushed out of, I was supposed to be in this paving the path to wellness or something group. I was doing the SMART program, which was like 5 or 6 weeks, and that was really great. But I know that I need like accountability to have this kind of stuff done. Like, I have the SMART book. Have I opened it? No. Could I open it? Yes. But if I'm on a Zoom with someone, because I'm sure they're not doing it in person yet, like, I'm more accountable that way. Yes, I should change that about the way that I am. But okay, fine, I'll add that to the list. But I got an email that said, you've been randomly chosen to be pushed into the spring paving program, but you'll be guaranteed a slot there. I've heard that 3 freaking times right now. And my oncologist runs that program. And could I have called them? Yes. But I'm like, you know, I don't want to have to call them. Like, they're kicking me down again. Like, I don't understand why. I was really annoyed. But, like, not so annoyed to actually do anything about it. I'd rather just whine about it. I don't know. This 1 year out thing is just a lot. And, you know, it's the same with numbers. Like, I'm so focused on the 1 year out thing. Because I'm not counting, like, day 1 to 100 anymore. I'm not counting, like, whatever month I am. It doesn't really matter. It's just like, this is my life after breast cancer now. Period. You know, I'm not putting date stamps on this anymore. I'll let you know if I think it's important. And I don't want to define my life by like, oh, I'm on Lupron number 12, even though that's how these vlogs have been. I don't know. And you know, I am going out and I'm doing things, and I've been spending more time with friends than I have, because yes, empty nesting is hard too. It's just not fun being in a home on your own. And I miss my kids, but I'm, you know, giving them their space, and I'll visit them when it's like an appropriate time to do that. But that's not like a huge part of what this is about. It's me with this body, like, trying to just figure out what is my life like now. And it's so exhausting. I know I should be exhilarated, but it's also exhausting to have to and get to, like, redo your life. Because you're redoing it, like, not even knowing what you can handle and what you can't. Emotionally, I know what I can handle. Like, physically, I know the, you know, my pain response of what I can handle. I'm just tired of having like all this extra stuff going on. Like, I just want to go about my day and like not have to sit in a car for extra time because I'm so damn hot. Like, my face is just burning, but I don't have a fever. How is that possible? I don't have COVID. I've checked. Yesterday, I got home from work at like 3 o'clock or something. I don't think I mentioned, like, when I had my Lupron, I went to work after. That was a mistake. I shouldn't be doing that. I should use those as my work from home days. I think I usually do, and for some reason I figured 12, I should be used to it by now, and I went to work, and I was so nauseous I had to leave early. I don't think I've ever left early from work because I've been sick in the 8 years that I've been there. But I couldn't even like finish it out. I'm like, I have to go because I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I never threw up. I don't usually throw up. But I was so nauseous. And it was for a week. Yesterday was the first day I had like relatively normal food. But I got home yesterday at like 3 o'clock or something. I started work earlier than usual. And I sat on the couch and I just wanted to fall asleep. And I was on that couch until about 6. And then I'm like, I should probably get up and like make dinner. Like, that's not me. And I wasn't sad. I was exhausted. I just wanted to sleep. And I want to be able to have the energy to do the things that like old Jen used to do. And I know it's a happy medium I have to figure out. But in the meantime, it's just tiring. I wish there was a number. I wish there was a number that said, you know, at 18 months, like, you'll have your energy back. I'm sure the gabapentin, by the way, is not helping. I didn't mention that at all. The gabapentin makes you tired. It also makes me be able to wear shirts that are pink because, not because it's pink, you know, but just because I was wearing black shirts or patterned shirts because I was sweating so badly. That stopped when I took the gabapentin, but the gabapentin also makes me super, super tired. So, like, which do you want? Do you want to be awake or do you want to wear pink? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna skedoodle now and yeah, try to keep up for the rest of the day because it's like 3:45 and I'm getting tired. It's ridiculous. Thanks for watching and listening. And I don't have wise words of wisdom anymore to end these things with. I don't know. Go you. That's all I got. I don't know. I'll see you soon. Bye.